We've got the sun setting now. The rain has gone, fortunately, but the sun is beginning to set. We've got a haze giving over the valley here in Haut Beyleron, and yeah, we're not quite ready to empty yet. Hello and welcome along and welcome back to Haut Beyleron. We are finishing off this Sugarbeet contract today. Should get it done. We are just over halfway through it and got a fairly early start. The sun has only just come up and I'm currently trying to get the setup working for the GPS. I think I finally managed to get it working. As long as we're not actually leaving any behind, we should be good. Yeah, that seems to be working fine, so pretty happy with that. We're doing the same setup as we were last video, so we have two tractors and trailers sitting there ready to go, ready to transport. We're going to get about 75% full on our harvester is the target, and if we can do that, then we should have enough to fill a trailer and send it off. I think we missed a bit of a road just then, which we might have to go back and fix. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go and correct that. Getting this all lined up and working is sometimes a little bit difficult when you come back. I know you can save GPS routes if you want, but I forgot to do that after last video, so we're stuck redefining it. And we've already got £175 wage payment. We haven't started yet with our actual carting, so it's still going to cost us a bit to get the carting going on here, but it is the most efficient way for us to get this job done. So let's get a few rounds going. We are a third of a tank so far, so I think one down and back should give us our first load to go and get sent off. So we'll come back once we've done that. Now, my original plan for any excess Sugarbeet I got off here was going to be to hold on to it and convert it into sugar, get a sugar factory going, or a sugar beet factory going, and convert it across. But to be perfectly honest, that's a lot of expense. We're not going to get a massive amount of sugar beet out to do that with, and we're not in a position where we can take advantage of any sugar that comes out. So we're probably better off at the moment getting any excess sugar beet sold and then moving on from there. So that's what I plan to do. I'm just going to reverse this up and get this emptied. I think we might move the other tractor and trailer a little bit closer. But yeah, 85%. I'm not expecting all of this to fit in the trailer. And while that's doing, what I'm going to do is select this here, cancel that job, and create job, and I'm going to change the loading position of this to about here. I think that should work fairly well, and start job. Right, there we go, and then that is as full as it can be, and that is going to head off, and our other tractor is going to reposition itself so that it's now able to unload more easily as we move across the field. And yeah, I'm really loving how the hired workers are working on here for us. It's been quite good for keeping everything that we're doing on here pretty efficient and working pretty well. Our first carting tractor is almost up at the sell point, so that is about to complete that part of this. We'll see how far we've got on our delivery with that when it does. In the meantime, I think we've got one more run back up the field, and that should give us enough Sugarbeet to fill our trailer, our second trailer. There we go, 63% completed overall. how much is delivered? 63% transported. So, yeah, basically what we have in the harvester, about 16,000 litres. Roughly what I'm expecting for us to get out at the end. If we've got, it might be a little bit more than that, but if we get 16,000 litres out here, that will be fairly good. That'll give us a nice boost from the end of this contract. As I was saying, I'm not expecting to hold on to any excess sugar beet anymore. I think it's just going to be way too long before we get a sugar factory built on this map, before we can actually get these done. We want to get the sugar mill built though before contracts start appearing, because if we can build a sugar mill and deliver contracts to it, we'll make a whole load of money, and of course we'll fill the sugar mill with sugar beet that we can convert ourselves. We are only up 65%, so I should be able to get 2 more rounds off here, I think, before we fill our second tractor and trailer up, which is pretty good. It'll still happen before the other tractor and trailer gets back though, I think. There's a slight slope to this field, and if you look at the harvester end on, you can actually see how its header and its wheels are a little bit of an angle compared to the cab, which is completely flat. In fact, if you look at the distance between the wheels and the top of the arches there, you can see that they're a lot shorter on this side than on the other. So I really love that functionality on here. I'm not sure if it had it in FS19, but yeah, it is a very nice feature of this harvester on here. Very, very cool. Right, we are at 94% full this time, and our other tractor is on the way back. Are you gonna avoid me? Will you avoid me while I unload? Yeah, you should be fine. Yeah, there we go. Not looking at where I am. I'm amazed that that made it back before we were full. When we were doing this last time, we constantly had the other tractor on the way back while it was loading. I think it gets to a point where we have enough left in the actual harvester, like we have here, where we've got 21% left in the harvester as opposed to 9 this time. I'm fully expecting this tractor to get there, but not make it back in time in order for us to unload again. And that what will happen in this case is that we will empty into our current tractor that's here, and get that sent off before our little Zetor makes it back. We've just passed 76% full, so I'm expecting pretty much all of this to get into the trailer, which is quite good because we should be able to then cut in without fear that we're going to get too full. And so yeah, we can empty this out like so, and we're all good. And there we go. That is all but 74 litres. So that was pretty spot on, to be honest. Right, I want to bring on my lines because I want to see where I'm going. And I think we probably want to cut in about here. I want a large area. This is probably going to be our last cut in if we're lucky. So yeah, we'll get cut in here, and then that should get us going while the JCB is off. And I think our Zetor is still fair way. Yes, it's only just coming back to the viaduct. The Zetor is back and the rain is falling. It's yeah, turning out to be a pretty wet day here now. Although looking at the forecast, it's not going to be that long that this hangs about. And we should get the rest of this field done fairly swiftly. It is 10 to 1 in the afternoon, so I'm quite pleased that the whole thing is working. Our expectation is about 26,000 from this contract, so it's gonna pay us pretty well. Together with the flour we are looking to sell next time to the bakery, it's looking like we're gonna have a hopefully enough money to actually get that bought as well between this and that, and we may end up having to just sell off some of the flour if that is what it takes for us to get what we're after and actually buy the bakery. But yeah, I think this is going to give us a long way to it. If we can get over halfway there, I think we're going to be doing well, which we should be able to do. This contract itself is going to pay at least 26,000 plus whatever the excess makes on the top. The JCB has quite a big speed advantage over the Zetor, but the Zetor definitely is doing okay, and the JCB can't seem to get back in time to be emptied into, even with this here. I think it's just coming down the road now. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is we're going to move that JCB a little bit. Cancel job. Create job. I'm going to change your start point a bit to there. Going in that direction. Oh, no. Yeah, create job. No, there and there and there. No. There and there. There we go. And start job. Oh. Looks like our tractor is trying to head off while we're still going. So yeah, 6%. So this will take slightly less than the other tractor and trailer. And then this down here. I think we're coming up to like 80-90% done with this. I think we're 83% at the moment. Yeah, we are 85% done at the moment. So a little bit more and we will have completed it. I think that the Zetor is going to be a big enough load right now for to get us up to probably about 95-ish%. The JCB will do one more load, and that will then complete the contract, and then after that it's going to be pure profit with whatever is left on this field. Almost up to capacity again. Yeah, we're going to hit, in fact, there we go, 75%. If it can get to 76 by the end of this rope, there we go. Then we know we can fit all of this in the trailer. Our Zetor is almost back. I think it was just crossing the river last I saw. So we can get this emptied. Okay, like so. And then the other tractor will be back shortly. Are you going to empty? Or are we too far over? We may be too far over. That does happen sometimes. Or maybe I got the wrong bit selected. Oh, we had it for a moment. That's a bit weird. I'll take it, but that's a bit weird. And there we go. All but 270 litres. And that JCB should now go off and get that tipped. And we can crack on with the last couple of rows that we've got. In fact, I think we've got 3 rows on this side. But this should all be now pure stuff over the top of what the contract requires. So this should be our Sugarbeet now. And look at that, the Zetor's back. We're 93% transported for the field. And we are 99% there overall. I think that we're going to complete this now just by harvesting this last little section. There's not a huge amount left here. We've got 11,000 litres of Sugarbeet ourselves. Is this going to take another trailer full? It might just. We've got the sun setting now. The rain has gone, fortunately. But the sun is beginning to set. We've got a haze giving over the valley here in Haut Beyleron. And yeah, we're not quite ready to empty yet, I don't think. In fact, judging by that and the fact that the JCB is on the way back, I think no, actually I'm gonna leave our tractor here, our Zetor here, and get that finished with that. We want to cut back in though now, I think. Widen this up. Whether it would just be easier to do the ends. Let's try this. So we've got this end here. See where it is. And it's a roundabout there-ish. Okay. Foot down. I think it might be easier to turn the other way, to be honest. Because then we get the sticking out bit coming from there. So yeah, I think we're going to cut in instead and just open this up. Make things a little bit easier on ourselves. But yeah, not a huge amount of crop left to gather. And as a result, I think we're going to finish this contract fairly soon. JCB is back. I think it holds ever so slightly more than the Zetor. I was kind of expecting to use the Zetor for the last load, but we might just send it with the JCB. I don't think it matters. I think we're going to end up with both tractors and trailers having to do that. So if we send the Zetor, we can then send that back to our farm fairly easily. And we can get the JCB then to take the last little bit up to the farm shop and clear everything out. But it's, yeah, it's got fiddly at this point. So we're just trying to finish this off. Somebody did ask in a couple of videos ago why I don't slow the time down as things start getting dark if I'm worried about things happening at sunset. It's mainly because I have a set amount of time for doing each video, so trying to fit a day's worth of work into each video, and we've got which is why I run it at 10 times. Of course, as the year gets into the latter stages and as we go into winter, the days do get a lot shorter, so we do end up doing some work like this after the sun is setting. Not the end of the world. I just think it adds a little bit more challenge to the game. If I'm doing everything in real time, we'll just always have everything done, and it can take hours and hours and hours for me to record a video. Whereas doing it this way, it takes about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes to record. That goes down nicely into a 20 to 35 minute long video, and yeah, and keeps things flowing nicely. So a little bit like our harvester's gone. The last little triangle here, and I think this is going to take a couple of passes just to clean up, but it is yeah, just the last little bit of the field. It's not going to be a full tank on the harvester. And I've purposely not emptied the harvester at this point because I want to empty it into the trailers and get it done that way. Can we swing this in such a way as it gets all of that? If not, I think we've got a little patch at the top. Yeah, we've got 2 that need picking up. I've kind of marked them. Let's see if we can get them. Yeah, there they are. Right, every last little bit of Sugarbeet counts. Turn off the harvester. Let's go and empty into our trailer over here. not all of this is going to fit, and just the tiniest little bit is needed to complete this contract. Do I have more lights? There we go. You can see that being emptied now into the trailer. Full trailer. So that can head off now, and we've got another 6,000 litres left. So we'll stick that in with the JCB. So, if it picks it up, why is it not picking this trailer up at all? I don't get it. We had that bit at the very front last time, but even that's not getting picked up this time. We're going to have to move out of his way. Maybe if we take it from the other side. We'll let the Z-Tour get out of here. Complete this contract. And yeah, I don't know why my Flegel suddenly isn't picking up for emptying. It's a bit of a weird one. Right. Let's maneuver this a bit. Okay, there we go. I had to move things around a little bit and put the pipe in and out, but it eventually did recognize it, so that's fine. And then I'm going to send this. This time I'm going to, yeah, just do a deliver, not looping, and start job. And hopefully that will go and deliver that. Perfect. Right. I am going to head back off to my farm. I'm going to leave this all down here. And we'll get the Z-Tour back up there. Because there is one last job that I want to get done before we finish this evening. I've taken control of the Z-Tour just to finish off this contract. And see exactly how much it takes to finish it off. It's not going to be much. There we go. There we go. It's all finished, and now the money starts rolling in for the excess. 3,900 plus £88 environmental score, which is brilliant. I do like the nice little extra that I get from that. And then the JCB is just coming in now. And that is going to go and deliver the rest. Yeah, that'll go in there. There's 6,000 litres in that. So once that's done, what we can do is just complete the contract. Just watch that tip in. And that's the last of that. Another 1,500 on there. And that is our AI workers all completed. So, completed job. Let's collect that. We lose 1,000 to hire the equipment. But all done and dusted. Fantastic. Right, let's get our Z-Tour back down to the farm. Because, as I said, there's one last job to get done today before we finish. And here we are back down to our yard. We want to get our trailer parked up. It's December next time, so we've got a lot of selling off to do. We'll have to hook up this trailer and get that done, and because we've got stuff there to do. We've got a lot of tomatoes that have been hanging on for the bakery, so we've got to deliver those down there, and we'll probably deliver those actually down to the bakery before we buy it as well. Make sure we can make some money off those off the strawberries. We have a lot of let's get all the work lights on because we're working around the yard. We've got a lot of various bits and pieces to get done around here to sell. We've got that huge amount of flour that needs selling as well. Move our New Holland out the way. Gonna probably use that for the carting, to be honest. What I need though is the bucket at the back here, that of course everything is in the way of at the moment. But our bucket is because I've noticed the chickens have no feed. So we need to just go and grab a little bit of that quickly. So over to here. Grab some feed that we should have in here. Yeah, we've got a bit of barley. Put that into our bucket. We can just go and give... Oh, hang on. We've got a load of feed over here anyway. Right, we won't use this barley then. We'll use up the chicken feed we've got sitting over there. Means I didn't need to free the bucket out either. Eventually, we will use barley that we've got stored here. But at the moment, we've got 2 big bags of chicken feed to use up. So let's use those up first. Ooh. Yeah. Drop that back off there. Stick that back on the front. And it should just be a case of lifting these up to get this done. And we've got a good set of eggs as well. I think what we'll have to do is we'll sell those to the bakery as well. And do that way to get those sold. And that way, we've got a whole load of stuff going into the bakery that will eventually go towards making cakes. Wow, that wasn't even fully feeding them. We just need to do that occasionally. Just need to remember to feed my chickens, really. Okay, I think that, though, is going to be a great place for us to leave it for today. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.